Most people over 60 think slow legs or cold feet just come with age. They believe it's because they're not as active as before. But what's really happening is deeper. Your leg arteries are narrowing, and the inner lining that once made them flexible is now sluggish. Doctors call this endothelial fatigue. When that lining stops producing enough nitric oxide, blood stops gliding smoothly. It moves like syrup instead of water. And once that begins, every cell below your knees starts asking for oxygen that never arrives. But here's the surprising part. In controlled studies, a few natural drinks were shown to boost nitric oxide by as much as 30% within hours. That's why today's video focuses on 8 proven circulation-boosting drinks that you can use right at home. None of them are medications. They work with your body's own chemistry. And when combined with light movement, warmth often returns to your legs in a single day. Let's start with number 8, the simplest yet most ignored, warm lemon water. Every morning when you drink a glass of warm water with half a lemon, you're not just hydrating, you're waking up your liver and stimulating mild vasodilation. The vitamin C in lemon supports nitric oxide production by protecting the enzyme that makes it. Seniors who begin their day with warm lemon water often notice their toes no longer feel icy after breakfast. It's gentle, but daily repetition trains your vessels to stay relaxed instead of constricted. At number 7 is ginger tea. This humble root has a warming compound called gingerol. It slightly thins the blood and improves microcirculation in the capillaries of your feet. You'll feel it as a light flush in the lower legs. In clinical settings, ginger has been compared to mild aspirin for promoting flow without raising bleeding risk when used moderately. Brew it fresh. 1 teaspoon grated ginger in hot water, let it steep for 5 minutes. Sip slowly. Let the warmth travel down. Ginger doesn't just heat you, it tells your arteries to open wider. Number 6 may surprise you. Beetroot juice. It's the king of nitric oxide drinks. Beets are packed with nitrates that your tongue bacteria convert into nitrites, which then form nitric oxide in your blood. Within 90 minutes, arteries expand measurably. A British study showed that older adults who drank 1 glass of beet juice daily improved walking distance by 17% within 2 weeks. But remember, the key is raw or lightly blended beet, not cooked. Heat destroys the nitrates. If the taste is earthy, mix it with apple or carrot for sweetness. At number 5 sits pomegranate juice. This deep red fruit is rich in polyphenols that protect artery walls from oxidative stress. When oxidative damage reduces, nitric oxide lasts longer in your bloodstream. That's why pomegranate is often called a natural artery shield. In heart health research, participants who drank half a cup daily had a 30% better blood flow response after just 3 months. Beyond science, the taste alone feels revitalizing, a tart sweetness that signals life returning to your legs. But choose pure juice, not sugary blends. Now we move to number 4, green tea. You might associate green tea with antioxidants, but its hidden benefit is how it enhances endothelial flexibility. The catechins in green tea activate the same pathway as gentle aerobic exercise. 1 cup in the morning and 1 in the afternoon can keep arteries more elastic throughout the day. Seniors who replace afternoon soda with green tea often report that their legs feel less heavy by evening. Think of it as internal stretching for your vessels. Number 3 is dark cherry juice or concentrated tart cherry extract. This one works differently. Cherries contain anthocyanins, pigments that calm inflammation inside arteries. They also assist in reducing uric acid, which can stiffen vessel walls over time. Drinking cherry juice before bedtime helps overnight circulation because it also boosts melatonin. Better sleep means lower nighttime blood pressure swings, letting arteries repair. Over 2 weeks, many seniors feel their calves no longer cramp at night. That's the quiet power of inflammation control. Number 2 is cocoa or dark chocolate drink. Real cocoa, not sugary powder, contains flavanols that increase nitric oxide synthesis directly in vessel linings. In one landmark trial, older adults drinking high flavanol cocoa showed a measurable increase in walking speed within a month. The effect was strongest when paired with short walks because muscle contraction amplifies nitric oxide release. Make it with unsweetened cocoa, a bit of hot water, and milk of choice. It feels indulgent but acts like therapy. And the number 1 circulation drink, The one that widened arteries by 30% in lab conditions is beet pomegranate fusion juice. When the nitrates from beet mix with the polyphenols of pomegranate, the result is synergistic. Nitric oxide generation skyrockets. Doctors tested this combination in subjects over 60, and within 2 hours, blood flow velocity increased dramatically. For at-home use, blend half a beet with a quarter cup of pomegranate juice and water. The color is a deep crimson, almost electric. You can feel your legs warming as oxygen delivery improves. Now that you know the top 8, let's understand why circulation matters so much after 60. Aging arteries naturally lose elasticity. They can't expand the way they once did, and that limits oxygen reaching small muscles and nerves in the legs. Poor circulation doesn't just cause cold feet, it weakens balance, slows wound healing, and triples fall risk. But circulation isn't purely mechanical, it's also biochemical. Every sip you take from the right drink can send a signal to your body to release more nitric oxide, relax tension, and feed tissues that were starving. When you begin adding these drinks, consistency is key. Nitric oxide doesn't store, it must be rebuilt daily. Think of it like charging a phone battery each morning. One day without your circulation drink and levels dip again. That's why small habits make big change. To make it simple, imagine your daily flow schedule. Morning, warm lemon water to awaken vessels. Mid-morning, ginger tea for warmth. Lunch, small glass of beet juice. Afternoon, green tea instead of coffee. Evening, cocoa or cherry drink to relax. That sequence keeps nitric oxide stable across the day. You'll notice not only warmer legs, but sharper mental clarity because the same arteries feed your brain. Let's pause on the science of nitric oxide. It's a gas molecule your body makes naturally from amino acids and dietary nitrates. It tells smooth muscle cells around arteries to relax. Without enough of it, vessels stay tight, pressure rises, and legs feel heavy. Aging reduces nitric oxide production by nearly 50%. But plants, especially beets, greens, citrus, and teas, restore the pathway. When nitric oxide rises, the difference is tangible. Skin color brightens, toes pink up, energy returns. Another key concept is microcirculation. Large arteries matter, but so do tiny capillaries in your calf muscles. That's where nutrients exchange. Drinks rich in polyphenols, like pomegranate, cocoa, and cherry, protect those delicate networks from clogging with microplaque. If you're new to these routines, start simple. Pick 2 drinks you enjoy. Consistency beats complexity. After a week, rotate in others. Your goal isn't perfection, it's continuity. Think of your circulation like a garden hose. If left unused, it stiffens. Daily flow keeps it flexible. Now let's discuss temperature and timing. Warm drinks expand vessels faster than cold ones. That's why ginger tea and warm lemon water feel instantly soothing. Cold beet juice, however, delivers nitrates efficiently even without heat. So balance both, warmth for immediate relief, cool for nitric oxide supply. Evening drinks like cocoa or cherry juice have another advantage. They lower stress hormones. Cortisol constricts arteries. When you relax before bed, arteries stay open longer overnight. That's when the body repairs. You're not only treating symptoms, you're reversing damage hour by hour. After 2 to 4 weeks, measurable changes appear. Blood pressure stabilizes. Skin tone improves. Some report they can finally sit through winter evenings without covering their feet in blankets. These are small signals that microcirculation has reawakened. Nutritionists often ask, can food do the same job? Yes, leafy greens, garlic, and citrus reinforce these effects, but drinks act faster because liquids absorb quickly. Within minutes, nutrients enter the bloodstream without heavy digestion. That's why a glass of beet pomegranate mix can outperform a full salad in short-term flow increase. Another question, can these drinks replace medication? No, they complement it. They help your body work more efficiently with your doctor's plan. In fact, many physicians now recommend nitrate-rich drinks alongside therapy for peripheral artery disease. Think of this habit as part of a morning-to-night circulation ritual. Wake up, sip something warm and cleansing. Midday, nourish your vessels. Evening, relax them. Over time, this rhythm becomes automatic. The result, steady legs, warm feet, and a mind that feels more awake because circulation is whole body health. And here's a hidden benefit, brain flow and mood. Nitric oxide doesn't stop at the knees. It also crosses into brain vessels. Better leg circulation equals sharper focus and lower anxiety. That's why seniors who adopt these habits often describe feeling lighter mentally. Science backs it. More oxygen to the brain boosts neurotransmitter balance. Even light movement after drinking them, such as ankle circles or toe taps, multiplies their benefit. That's why you should never just drink and sit. Circulation equals motion. Of course, there are safety notes. If you're on blood thinning medication, discuss beet or ginger intake with your doctor, as both can mildly reduce clotting. And always avoid commercial juices loaded with sugar, which cancel the nitric oxide gain by inflaming vessels. The goal is natural, unsweetened liquids made fresh, consumed slowly. Some people wonder if coffee helps circulation. In moderation, black coffee causes short-term dilation due to caffeine, but overuse tightens arteries again. That's why replacing excess coffee with green tea creates steadier flow. Now, let's dive deeper into each drink's mechanism so you know exactly why it works. Lemon water boosts an enzyme called nitric oxide synthase, especially when vitamin C levels are high. Ginger tea reduces thromboxane, a compound that makes platelets sticky. Beets deliver nitrates that bypass age-related nitric oxide decline. Pomegranate suppresses the enzyme that degrades nitric oxide. Green tea activates endothelial nitric oxide synthase through its catechin EGCG. Cherry juice reduces C-reactive protein, improving blood viscosity. Cocoa enhances oxygen delivery to muscles during walking. And beet pomegranate fusion combines all of the above, delivering both the raw material and the protection. One of the most dramatic benefits seniors report is loss of leg heaviness. Within days, walking upstairs feels easier. What's happening is simple physics. Wider arteries equal less resistance. Imagine drinking from a narrow straw versus a wider one. When the straw widens, flow smooths out. Your arteries behave the same way. A secondary gain is improved nerve health. Poor circulation starves peripheral nerves, causing numbness or tingling. As blood flow returns, nerves begin firing properly again. It's like reconnecting a power cable. Many seniors notice their balance improves not only because of stronger muscles, but because their feet feel the floor again. Let's not forget hydration itself. Even mild dehydration thickens the blood. Seniors often drink less water to avoid bathroom trips, but that silently damages circulation. Each of the drinks we discussed adds hydration along with active nutrients. When cells are hydrated, red blood cells glide easily through capillaries instead of sticking. That single change can cut fatigue dramatically. Let's look at real-life applications. Imagine a 65-year-old man who walks little because of cold feet. After adding beet pomegranate juice mid-morning and green tea mid-afternoon for 2 weeks, his daily step count increases naturally because movement feels easier. Another example, a 72-year-old woman with night cramps adds cherry cocoa before bed. Within 10 days, the cramps vanish. These are not miracles. They're blood flow physics meeting consistency. Sometimes progress stalls. That's when to check salt intake. High sodium constricts vessels and cancels nitric oxide. Keep total salt under 2 grams a day and use potassium-rich foods, bananas, spinach, to balance electrolytes. There's also the question of supplements versus real drinks. Pills claiming to boost nitric oxide rarely match the complexity of natural beverages. Your body recognizes real plant compounds because they come with cofactors, vitamin C, magnesium, flavonoids, that work together. That's why sipping is superior to swallowing. To sustain motivation, track your leg temperature or color daily. Use your senses. Are your toes warmer? Are veins less visible? Do you stand up faster? Small wins reinforce habit. After about 30 days, blood vessels adapt structurally. They remodel slightly wider, improving long-term endurance. That's called arterial training. At that point, missing a day won't erase progress, but regular use keeps momentum. Finally, let's discuss what to avoid. Sugary sodas, heavy alcohol, and excess coffee all tighten arteries. So each time you replace one of those with a nitric oxide drink, you create a double benefit: less constriction, more dilation. Before we close, here's a quick recap in plain words. Circulation equals life. After 60, your arteries need help remembering how to open. Nitric oxide is the key, and nature provides it through 8 drinks: lemon water, ginger tea, beet juice, pomegranate juice, green tea, cherry juice, cocoa, and beet pomegranate fusion. Each one acts like a gentle message to your vessels: relax, flow freely. When your blood moves smoothly, everything changes. Warmth returns, step steady, mind clears. That's the power sitting quietly in your cup each day. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for tablets or gadgets, pour something alive. Let your first sip remind your body that youth isn't gone. It's just waiting for better circulation. Keep your drinks natural, your body moving, and your heart open to flow.